Urban Meyer is a maniac. And I've told you now the last couple of weeks that he has made a number of questionable decisions, starting with hiring the strength coach that he had to fire basically 2 weeks after he hired him. And that was way back in the beginning of all of this. And then all of a sudden there were reports of how he was calling his coaching staff losers, how he benched James Robinson, and Trevor Lawrence then came out and said wanted James Robinson back on the field. And then he denied benching James Robinson because of a fumble, when in actuality that happens in every sport. But just what it goes to show you is that, just because you had a great meeting with the owner gave you a big salary and gave you a long-term contract, once that owner finds out that everybody in the building can't stand you, he will run you out of that building and just pay you off and move on. Word to every coach in the NFL, especially the ones around here. And because the owners are impetuous, they are spontaneous, they react to everything. And, quite frankly, it sounded really like, and for the last 3 weeks, it's been reported all over the news that Urban Meyer was falling out of favor with everybody in that building.
Yeah, but I guess it's because of his approach that has worked in other places. I mean, I know right now he's the butt of all jokes, but Urban Meyer is one of the greatest winning football coaches in my lifetime. It all happened in college, but still, it's football.
Totally different.
And Nick Saban won, Urban Meyer too, and there were times that Urban Meyer was besting Nick Saban. And you think that it just doesn't, that approach does not work in the pros.
Not anymore.
And the locker room turned on him.
Not anymore, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
and,
but
that's the thing.
But, did Shad Khan expect that Urban Meyer was going to come in and coddle this roster? That stinks.
I don't think that Shad Khan really knew what he was getting himself into.
How did he not know? Urban Meyer is one of the most popular and famous coaches in the world. There's a reason why he wanted him to be the coach. You would think you would know everything about him. That courtship, I feel like, happened over 2 weeks.
Well, you have to remember why he wanted him. He wanted him because of his success at the University of Florida. Figured that locally he was a very popular coach, and he would immediately give the franchise a level of credibility to its fan base, and he would be able to build around him, and then they would have success. They would get Trevor Lawrence and all this other stuff. But here we go. All of a sudden, you have 2 job openings now in the NFL. Who would have thought that John Gruden was going to get run out of his job the way he did? And now this one. So it's just like the NFL never shocks me, never surprises me. And you just never know when all of a sudden somebody's going to pull the ripcord and say, you're out. And it's unfortunate for Urban Meyer, but, he did this himself.